let's start with some solid ground, shall we? Earth 2 is currently an economy simulator, with the promise that it will become a large, life-size metaverse, with graphics equivalent to, if not better than Red Dead Redemption 2. On the top corner of this video are the credits of Red Dead 2, with the end credit cutscenes removed so it's pure credits. This will run during the rest of this video. Currently, Earth 2 has 12 staff members listed on their website. By this time, more than 12 people have been mentioned in the Red Dead Redemption 2 credits. It is estimated that the Red Dead Redemption 2's budget is between $80 million to $100 million to create this game. Earth 2 so far claims to have generated somewhere around $32 million. So, not bad, right? We're almost halfway there. Well, not really. Remember, Red Dead 2 isn't a one-to-one design of the world, so this would mean that the game's budget would be further from these numbers. One thing that concerns me is that the math currently does not add up, and the emphasis is on currently. I know a lot of Earth 2 investors will say they'll hire more people and grow, etc, etc. Well, that's if they do manage their development properly, and if they decide to hire more staff. And more notably, staff that has experience making open world games and has a few AAA games under their belt. However, that still does not equal instant success. We have games like Anthem and Cyberpunk 2077 crash and burn. Games with large development teams and publishers that still did not work, and they were both released in an unpolished state. Also note these games took years to get to where they were, so currently if Earth 2 hires the same amount of developers to create their game, it could take 5 years from now to see any results. That is if we're expecting AAA graphical quality like they claim. Lastly, the terms of service on the website is a nightmare. The channel, Hoeg Law, took a dive into their terms of service listed on the website. You can defend Earth 2 and say it's just to stop certain people who break terms of service. The problem is, it's written in such a broad spectrum, anyone can be banned for almost no reason. Will it happen? We don't know. Just that they have the option to do so without giving back your money. I'd also recommend checking out James Mayo's video covering this from the accountant's perspective. Moving on with this game will still need to exist on hardware of some sort. Usually that means the game's files are stored on each person's computer. And if you think Call of Duty file sizes are large, it would be a fraction of Earth 2's file size. There is really only one way I could see this working with current technology, and that is with cloud computing. Basically, this means the game is stored on a remote server, you log into that server, and you play the game. However, this comes with many problems. First is input lag, as your inputs are going to go through a server first, then to the game after, so anything you do will be delayed more than usual. There may even be points where the inputs doesn't work at all and gets dropped altogether. Second is not everyone will have internet good enough to use a cloud-based service, so the people who are currently investing may not even be able to use their LAN at all, other than through the web browser. I know investors and fans of the project will say they'll make it work. Well, why should it be them? Technology isn't something that's just there and you only have to pay for it. If it's not available now, that means someone has to make it. And that doesn't come cheap, nor does it come quick either. I'm not going to outright say Earth 2 won't happen. In some degree, it can, maybe. But will it be what they're advertising? I highly doubt it. Will some people make money off this game? Well, I have no doubt about that. What I do doubt is how many more people will make money, or even when they actually have something to show, if it ever happens, how much longer that economy will stay alive. One thing that keeps getting thrown around a lot is that you can host events on your LAN, or have a showcase for real-life products. The problem is, that doesn't matter if it's not cost efficient. So if your property is worth thousands of dollars, other companies that want a virtual shop can simply create their own secured version, and one where they don't have to share any profit or pay for rent. It would be simple and easier to create a one-time project that can be updated every so often and can be shared to anyone at any time, rather than to rent out a piece of virtual LAN that doesn't really exist and have it locked behind an Earth 2 login, on top of creating all of the graphics and assets required for the said event. One recent example of a virtual event are some concerts that were hosted on Fortnite. Here's the thing, those are easier to create because of the art style, and a bunch of dances are already built into the game, and no one had to pay rent for a virtual spot to make it happen. Sure, money did exchange hands to create this event, but the way it's talked about in Earth 2 is like if people would be spending the same kind of thousands of dollars that it takes to fill a stadium. And that's just not happening. Not anytime soon anyways. Yeah, it's a neat idea to have virtual land people will want to host events on, but if there's a cheaper alternative, companies will go to that direction first. And if Earth 2's land is going to be very pricey, then that will drive more people away than bring them in. Yes, I would love to see a metaverse happen. I would love to see something like The Matrix or Ready Player One happen during my lifetime. But this is something that's going to take more than a dozen people, regardless what their qualifications are, and a budget larger than any AAA game made to the date. In terms of investing for the long run to see this happen, the odds are severely stacked against you. In terms of short investments to try and make a quick buck, well, anyone can make a quick buck and knowing when to call it quits. I can't tell you what to spend your money on. I can only give you my perspective and my reasoning about this project. In short, yes, I would love to see it succeed. I would love to see technology grow faster than we've ever seen before. I just don't think this is the one project to go all in with. What would make me more comfortable into considering investing in this project is seeing them have a development team equal to, if not larger than, the team that worked on Red Dead Redemption 2. I am Mr. Rain, and thank you for watching.